Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Andy Cassidy here, Cassidy and Associates Real Estate. In today's video, we're gonna be doing something we've never before done on this channel. And so what we're gonna be doing is doing a reaction video. And we'll be reacting to Meet Kevin, who is a real estate broker who's made multi-millions in real estate. Now this video is called Buying 28 Homes for $58,000. Now, I've never seen this video. I have watched Meet Kevin before. I'm a big fan of his content. So now let's get into the video.
They've gone through and tore out drywall and done a bunch of stuff.
Okay, you're making me nervous.
Oh, that is a messy home right there.
That's the part that's...
Did you hear that? He said he has a gun on him.
My name is Meet Kevin, and when I first heard that it was possible to buy 29 homes for just $2,000 each, the first thing I thought is, what's the scam? And so, being that 27-year-old real estate broker who makes money investing in real estate, I thought, this is something I need to check out. To help me understand the math, the upsides, and the downsides,
it's crazy how you can buy 29 homes for like $60,000.
My wife, she
said at home, said, Brandon, what are you getting
yourself into?
That'd be insane.
You can't even, you're overloaded now with all these rentals. I told her, I said, honey, I'm gonna get 15K off this guy and I'm finally gonna get us a garage. Because, you know, obviously we're in Ohio and there's snow everywhere. I've never owned a garage in my life.
Now, initially things seemed very exciting, but things got intense.
Okay, so they're trailers or mobile homes.
This one's open, did you know that?
This is the eviction, oh, that's great. This
and
is
they
the
don't
one,
seem
the
to be in good shape at all. They seem to have been burglarized or broken into.
You can see he has his hand on his hip holster, just in case he needs to pull a firearm on vagrants, criminals,
so we know it's a bad neighborhood since that guy's carrying a loaded firearm with him.
These homes that have now unexpectedly been getting broken into.
Now, they've gone through and tore this one up pretty bad.
This is when I realized owning a mobile home park as a real estate investment in central Ohio is definitely a different style of real estate investing from what I'm used to.
Okay, you're making me nervous.
Yeah. I got a gun on me, so.
That's the part.
You know, I'm curious to see what his ROI will be. Seems that he's gonna need to haul everything, paint everything, new flooring, smoke detectors, carbon monoxide, maybe kitchen appliances. So we'll see. Hopefully they go over what the ROI and stuff will be.
That you feel comfortable in, that you don't need a gun for.
This is what you have to deal with. So they've probably tried to strip some of the wiring out and stuff like that.
And so it ended up being pretty early on in my tour of Brandon's park that I realized, yikes, you better be prepared to be a full-time real estate investor if you want to get involved in a project like this.
Yeah, this is going to take a lot of time, a lot of money, and a lot of patience to fix up.
You remember the trailer that we kicked the people out of? Somebody's got in the doors yet again here, and they have stole some wiring and stuff out of it.
Now, I'm about to show you some of the other units that we toured, and we're also going to break down the math behind Brandon's investment into this mobile home
great.
park.
So they are going to go over
some of
what
the
it
ROI
costs and all the math behind it.
If in the meantime, though, you are curious about doing
nice insulation
management, personal finance, how to become a better salesperson, or how to invest in real estate where you can buy below market value real estate and run a stress-free life by placing longer-term tenants, check out those links below and use special coupon code BRANDON24.
All right, we got Mr. Meet Kevin plugging his stuff there. Nice.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm just angry at that.
Yeah, I would be too. Sorry that happened to you.
Well, I mean, that's the problem with enforcing rules and things like that on people. I mean, they've got away with so much crime and so many things for such a long period of time that they just kind of expect they can continue to get away with it. And now I'm coming in and trying to set stuff up to be better for the nice tenants. You know, I was in one of these ladies' trailers down here, what was it, last week, and she's so nice.
Now this is where Brandon talks about his childhood and how he grew up in properties that were in worse condition than this. And as a result, he's come up with a rule.
So my thing is, I'll never rent a house out that's worse than what I grew up in. That's my rule. I will not live in any of that. I mean, I will not put a tenant in a situation I would not be willing to go into. So we've got kind of crummy cabinets.
Yes, those are indeed crummy.
Kind of crummy countertops. I'm going to go through, I'm going to take a look, figure out what's the most economically viable thing.
I mean, how much do you want to spend on each of these units fixing them?
I've got a budget of, it amounts to, I think, $7K per.
7K
I don't think
per.
that's gonna happen.
that's
He's gonna
be
go
what,
over.
Paint, flooring.
I can
and-
redo the countertops and cabinets too.
And you got to do the furnace though.
Yeah, we
I
got to
mean, what's
work.
the-
There's way too much
Oh,
work
holes
to
in the
stand under
ground. Like,
$7,000
there's a
for
hole
each
in
of these.
Yeah. I don't know what the furnace is. I've
And
got
the
a-
insulation
Yeah.
and the bathroom. How
Yeah.
are you going to do it for 7? I don't get it. Because like if you do the insulation, there's no windows.
Yeah.
You do
There-
the insulation.
there's a window there, I promise. Somebody kicked it out or it fell out when when they were moving the trailer.
Wait, so it's not
Even that light fixture needs to be
It's not there
redone.
now.
There's
Oh, it's in
no
there.
way
It's somewhere.
under $7 grand.
The
No
thing
way.
is, you can get a discount when you go in and buy 30 furnaces. Yeah.
But I mean, still, like
Yeah.
$1,000 for the insulation. You have a $7,000 budget. Now you got 6 left.
Yeah.
Then you got to do a furnace. That's going to run you at least $1,200. At least. No way you're shaking your head. Come on.
I can get
Installed.
installed. I can get a nice furnace installed and if we do them all in one go, I can get them for probably about $800.
Oh my gosh. Okay, fine. So call it 8. You're in now. Now you got insulation and furnace. You're at $1,800. Now you got to fix the window, the floor, paint, the countertop.
It's a lot of work that needs to be done. A ton of work.
7K.
A lot of
I can
On the
time
outside
too.
and the
Yeah.
skirting.
Yeah, I could do it.
No way. Okay, and I mean the whole floor is bouncing.
Yeah, but not every trailer is like this though. I've got an average of 7K per, so I think I can get it done for 7, but I've got some wiggle room.
I'm just worried because you said this was one of the new ones.
Yeah, but the older one, this is a newer, age-wise trailer, but it's kind of dumpy. I've got older ones sitting over there.
Yes, it is
that are way
dumpy.
nicer than this.
Can we go into some of these?
Yeah, let me see what I have. And you know, the worst thing is, or the craziest thing is, I could put skirting on this, set it up, and I could ask for my $550 a month. I'd have 50 applications on it tomorrow.
No way. There's
said you
no
put
way.
skirting on this
Oh,
thing.
If he
Oh,
fixed this
the
up,
way
he'd
it
have
is now,
50
he's never done
applications in one day.
Why?
I don't know about
Because
that.
there's
Sounds
no
suspect.
affordable housing in this area because they've run everybody out. No one wants to be a landlord.
Now, it's common to hate the landlord, but if you take a look here at what Brandon is doing and dealing with, if anything, he's the one providing an ethical service by providing affordable housing.
What do you mean your comments?
The people saying how many of them would love to be my tenant, and they think my houses are great.
Huh, that is kind of
And
cool.
you start talking about $500 for a 2-bed, 1-bath. I mean, people put up a lot.
You know, I don't know who this guy is, but I'd be interested to see what his portfolio looks like and what type of different
Oh yeah,
real
But
estate
if
he
you don't
owns.
have any risk, there's no reward. So
Well, but I mean, I guess. Jeez. But I mean, do you really think like your apartment deals are risky?
Oh, so he has apartments.
I'm told they're
Makes
risky
sense.
every day. At this point, I've done so many of them. I
What do
feel
you
like
mean?
they're
Who
no
tells
risk.
you they're risky?
I don't know. Local people. I've got some really wonderful investors that I have good relationships with, and they say, Brandon, you should only be dealing with luxury apartments and luxury housing. And I don't really do any of that. I've got some nice houses. Don't get me wrong. I've got some gorgeous, historic houses we've spent tons of money on, and they're right. They do not provide me 1 minute of stress. They're great.
Right.
I've got good tenants in them. They provide me very little stress, but also the ROIs are low.
Sure.
So I'm trying to get a balanced portfolio.
Okay, so he
a
knows
mixed
this is a risky
portfolio so that I
investment,
can get a reasonable
and
return.
he's just trying to get
I
a
can make my
high
investors
ROI.
Happy. I can make myself happy with the cash flow, and those kinds of opportunities are everywhere.
This is where I bring up comparing more expensive markets, $150,000 plus, to this area.
And that's why the play that
All
we're
right,
doing
let's
is
fast
very
forward here.
long.
We've seen what these
I'm just looking for deals
different
that I could buy
trailer
for,
homes
say,
look like, and let's see if we can find out
$450
the math behind this and how much he paid, how much he put down, and what he's expecting in
but then it's
return.
Time to talk numbers.
One day out of the blue,
All right, here we go.
a guy
Here's the
calls
finances.
me and says, Brandon, I've got a whole bunch of money to deploy. He messages me and he says, I've got 7 figures to spend on an investment. And I told him no. That was like at 8 p.m. at night. He sent me those messages. The next morning at my office, 10 o'clock, my buddy Sean that owns this trailer park said, Brandon, I'm selling the trailer park. I said, all right, how much do you want for it? And he
Because
said,
here you are struggling trying to figure out how would I even deploy this guy's
Yes.
money if he gave it to
yeah,
me?
because the biggest deal that I've ever done before was like a $60,000 house. I mean, I've never done anything big
and
before.
this is in the threes.
Yes.
What was it, 325?
325. He initially
Yeah.
asked for 400. We talked him down to 325. He's carrying back
Negotiate.
You talked
$100,000.
your buddy down.
Yes, my buddy down.
You even
Because
negotiate with your buddy.
my investor's my buddy too. He's a really nice guy. He's cool.
You're just buddies with everybody.
Yeah. So
Okay, so so you bought it for 325. I gotta know though, how you're gonna be benefiting from some of the cash flow from this, right?
Yes. Oh,
so
yeah.
you're
I want to
an
know how
investor
much you
part
put
of
down.
this.
yes.
Now, my favorite question: how much out of pocket are you to be a part of this deal?
Negative 15.
Yeah.
You got no.
I
You-
told
you-
my
what?
I told the partner that I wanted 15K for the opportunity because I told him, you know, potentially I can shop this deal to other investors.
So we know that Brandon is partnering with an investor who put up the capital of essentially $750,000, possibly even more if needed. Well, the expectation is that each of these coaches or mobile homes will be able to rent for $500. Now, there are already 20 coaches here. Brandon just bought an additional 29 for $2,000 a piece, which means we have a total of 49 trailers. 49 times $500 is $24,500. Now, Brandon's investor put the money up and paid Brandon to find the deal, but Brandon didn't put up any money himself. However, Brandon, I believe, is a 50%
So he put none of his
partner
own
on
money
this deal,
in. Very
which
smart
with
by this.
$24,500
Very smart by this
of
guy.
gross cash flow, we could probably expect a net cash flow of somewhere around $16,000, which divided by 2 might leave a net cash flow of $8,000 for Brandon, even though he put zero money into the deal, just his expertise and his work.
Very
and
smart by
efforts.
Brandon.
And now you might
Very
be
good.
wondering, how does that still make sense for the investor if he's giving away half of his return? Well, watch this return math. If the investor makes that $8,000 times 12, that's $96,000 per year, divided by the investor's $750,000, the investor is yielding over 12.8% on their money for doing virtually nothing. Because remember,
It's a high
Brandon's doing
return
all the work.
year over year.
Okay, so, I mean, I'm a little nervous about this. This is not something I would do.
Yeah. Come back in a year and let's see how it's going.
I think I will have to. I mean, I don't doubt.
Yes, this
your
seems like a very
tenacity and
untraditional
enthusiasm, but
investment.
I also don't know how I feel about, you know, painting the wood paneling with oil-based paints myself in the middle of the night when you know windows are getting broken into and you're walking around with your hand on your hip. Day in life.
I've got good life insurance.
Well, we did talk
We need to
about
be
that in the last
sponsored
video.
by Ladder.
Okay.
I still cannot believe how simple that was. Like, I feel
Yes.
like we should be sponsored
Yes.
because, like, you talked
Ladder
about
needs
it.
to get a hold of us because it was
They
awesome
do a
insurance.
referral link thing, but it's limited to like $1,000 in California or
Oh
something.
gosh, dang it.
I know, right?
So yeah, but I've got life insurance and I'll probably go up to an even bigger policy at some point in the near future.
Well, and now what's going to happen is Ladder's going to see this, and rather than sponsoring you, they're going to raise your premium.
All right, so that was about the end of the video, but
I'm still alive,
regarding
Kevin.
the numbers,
Kevin will be out here.
I don't think
It's
there's a
not.
way
I
that
mean,
he's
as
going to be able to
beneficiary place.
completely remodel each of those units
next
for
to your
only
wife and your
$7,000.
Yes.
Because it's going to need
Kevin.
paint, probably roofing, flooring, so much more work. And $7,000 is a pretty tight budget for that amount of work. So I think their return is going to be a little lower than they expect. All right, that concludes our first reaction video on the channel with Meet Kevin. I'll see you guys on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and drop a comment down below. And I'll see you in the next one.